Harry's wife. One-trick phony. Hello, I'm H.G. Tudor. We turn to Fox News with an article by Lauren Overholtz, which tells us Harry's wife, Prince Harry's new doc, slammed by experts. They're only given a platform due to the prince's DNA. This, of course, is why I refer to her as Harry's wife. Without him, she's a nobody. A talent-free zone of a mediocre actress that has nothing meaningful to say, can't write, can't sing, can't dance. Believes herself to be a bananatarian, thinks that she'd make an able politician, but actually is a very dull and incapable person. Of course, her narcissism tells her otherwise, and of course this is reinforced by the fact that she married old ginger bollocks, which resulted in her believing that she is now even more important than she once was. Of course, so many other people see through it and recognise that the only reason that she's been given the time of day by many people is because she married a prince of the realm. And the only other reason why many people give the time of day is that they see that they can gain some advantage from her by virtue of the status that she's afforded, by virtue of being a duchess, even though, of course, she lambasts the very organisation that granted that title to her in the first place. But Fox News are talking about the forthcoming drudgery that no doubt is going to be visited upon us come New Year's Eve. Prince Harry and Harry's wife's next Netflix documentary about inspiring leaders has been slammed by royal experts. Kinsey Schofield, host of the To Die For podcast, told Fox News Digital the upcoming doc sounds incredibly boring. Well, absolutely, it's incredibly boring. Why? It involves Harry's wife. She has nothing novel or ingenious to tell us. She lifts material from other people by way of character trait acquisition and passes it off as her own. She talks in word salads. She doles out the fridge magnet platitudes. So Kinsey Schofield is entirely accurate to suggest that it sounds incredibly boring. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex released the trailer for the 7-part docu-series titled Live to Lead on Monday. The series is set to drop December 31st. The show profiles several social justice leaders, including US Supreme Court Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg, climate activist permanently angry Greta Thunberg, Gloria Steinem, her again, and lawyer Brian Stevenson. Notably absent from the series is Harry's grandmother, the late Queen Elizabeth II. She could be included as a leader, couldn't she? She was head of state of not only the United Kingdom, but many other nations, and in so doing has led them for 70 years. Pretty good stint, that, Harry. So, Prince of Pink Pancakes, why didn't you include her? The simple reason is, of course, your wife wouldn't allow it. Because emasculated as you are, you're led by the nose and little Harry when it comes to it. And as a further insult to the memory of your late grandmother, she's not been included. Something, of course, that people see clearly through. Harry and Harry's wife teaching us about leadership is like Rachel Dolezal teaching us about honesty, Schofield noted. I'm not surprised that they did not include the Queen. Harry's wife purposefully excluded the Queen when she guest-edited Vogue's Forces for Change issue, assertion of control by omission. This entire special is just an attempt by Harry and Harry's wife to try to align or associate themselves with individuals that have successfully made names for themselves with their philanthropy, character trait, acquisition, facade management. Harry is only given a platform because of his DNA. And Harry's wife only has these opportunities because of her husband's DNA. A savage dose of challenge fuel if there ever was one. They are not in the same league as Greta Thunberg or Nelson Mandela, she continued. Harry and Harry's wives know that you are who you associate with, which is why they cling to their royal titles and create content like this so that they can try to worm their way into these elite circles. Prince Harry and Harry's wife said the docu-series was inspired by Nelson Mandela, although that tidbit didn't impress royal expert Schofield. And please give Nelson Mandela a rest. Mr. Mandela was so close to Princess Diana, Princess of Wales, and it seems like Harry and Harry's wife are completely hijacking Diana's story and legacy. Well, of course they are. Harry's wife does so because of character trait acquisition and the Diana duplication, and Harry because he's told to by his wife and because he can't get over the fact that he lost his mother some time ago. Royal contributor Shannon Felton Spence noted Netflix was smart to start off Prince Harry and Harry's wife's content with the documentary about themselves. It would benefit everyone for them to leave their grievance behind once and for all. Well, don't count on that happening, and fully step up as feel-good conveners and storytellers the way they keep saying they want to. The Netflix deal was for more than just the Harry and Harry's wife's documentary, but Netflix knew that was the only guaranteed big hit, so they put it up front. I'm sure that was part of the deal. Now we'll see some of that inspiring content that they have been promising. However, Spence isn't sure their content will be successful after they cashed in their royal stories. But only time will tell if they have any cachet outside of their royal status. I think after 6 hours of documentary, we're all ready to turn that page. We'll have to wait and see how successful that type of content will be after they have cashed in on their royal stories. Netflix was smart to have the Harry and Harry's Wife documentary up front. Harry and Harry's Wife is a 6-part series that told the couple's experience as working royals and explained why they decided to step back from their senior royals. Harry's wife became a working royal after marrying Harry in 2018, and they announced they were stepping back from their royal roles in January 2020. Buckingham Palace later confirmed the couple was resigning as working royals in February 2021. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex have confirmed to Her Majesty the Queen that they will not be returning as working members of the royal family, the palace said at the time. So Fox News there with the observations that they view that the relevant commentator thinks that the forthcoming series will be boring, that there is the hope and expectation that they will shut up whinging. Good luck with that, because believe me, that's not going to happen because of this particular narcissist being the one-trick phony that she is. All she can do is bang on and on and on about how badly she's been treated in an 18-month period which has now been surpassed by the amount of time that has elapsed since then. All it is going on and on about how badly she's been treated, how the racists were nasty to her, how they've treated her in such an unpleasant way, and it's a stuck record. She has to do this because the narcissism has nothing else to work with. She has no innate talent of her own. She's not able to conjure up some works of brilliance through literature. She's not going to be an excellent broadcaster. She's not going to come up with a pithy series, perhaps about some form of travel. You can see other individuals who have ability and they perhaps move from one career to another. Michael Portillo, the former politician, springs to mind with his series about train travel, which was very interesting, and he comes across as an enthusiastic and excellent presenter. Could you imagine Harry's wife presenting some form of programme, listening to that vocal fry, the earnest and fake pregnant pauses? It would be enough to want to off yourself, having to listen to such fabricated nonsense from her. And the problem is, she can't be a politician, she can't be a presenter, she can't be a bananatarian, she can't be an author, she can't be a screenwriter, because she just doesn't have the ability. She thinks she has, and unfortunately, because she married Ginger Bollocks, people do give her the time of day. But quite simply, she's a one-trick phony who has been found out time and time again. I'm H.G. Tudor. Thank you for listening.